Hello world, and welcome to another episode of Marcel, Hyde, Mindset. And we're going to be talking about delayed gratification. All right, that's such a big thing in this life because delayed gratification, oh, you see me stumbling on my words here, delayed gratification. So if you're able to really break down the words delayed, it means delayed, not right away. Gratification, what is gratification? Something good maybe, So when we talk about delayed gratification, I want to remind you that when you speak about delayed gratification, let's use an example of fitness. All right, delayed gratification means you want a certain body type, and 2 weeks into your program, you've been consistent, you've been dedicated, you've been focused, been showing up to all your workouts. Maybe you hired a coach, and you get a cheesecake that is presented to you, and instead of eating that cheesecake, you say, you know what, I'm gonna do delayed gratification in the sense that I'm not gonna eat this now. Maybe I'll have it in 6 months when I reach my goal, instead of having it now, which in turn may put on a few extra pounds on your stomach depending on your body type, and then it stops you from reaching your goals, right? Or another example, delayed gratification is, let's say instead of going on a vacation and spending 2, 3, 4 grand, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that money, 2, 3, 4 grand, and invest it in the stock market. I'm gonna take that 2, 3 grand and I'm just gonna save it. I'm gonna take that 2, 3 grand and I'm gonna buy a course. I'm gonna buy coaching, which in turn, that 2, 3 grand turns into whatever type of dollar amount that it could turn into, which is more than going on the trip. And yeah, I get the experience, but why not invest in, let's say, coaching or a course that in turn is gonna allow me to maybe take that trip 3 times, 4 times without putting myself in a bad position, right? So it's tough. Delayed gratification is always tough because, we want to do things right now. We want things to happen right now. We want that ideal body right now. We want to be traveling the world right now. But at what cost? What expense? If we eat that cheesecake, if we have those snacks, then we stop ourselves from reaching the end goal, right? If we take that trip, then that takes away from the pot that we were saving towards to maybe buy a home. So thinking a little differently, because it's been conditioned and programmed in us to want things so quick. Even jobs, sometimes we leave a job too early, instead of being like, I'm gonna stick it through for 2, 3, 4 years, and I know by the 5th year, I'm gonna get that supervisor or manager position, if that's what you aspire to get or go after or want. Or delayed gratification could be like, I started my YouTube channel, and after doing YouTube for 2 years, I'm not seeing the results, so I'm just gonna quit, or I'm gonna jump ship. Or you got a lot of people that start these type of businesses and within a couple months, they're not seeing the results or the money that they want, and they just stop instead of delaying that gratification, being like, you know what? Number 1, this is a process. Number 2, I gotta be disciplined. Number 3, I gotta be focused. Number 4, I gotta be thinking long term and not expect results right away. And sometimes we look at other people and we're like, oh, they're in the position that they're in. They have the car that we want. Maybe they got the condo that we want. Maybe they got the house that we want. And then we're looking at them and we're like, oh, they have that. And we're comparing ourselves to them, not knowing what exactly they had gone through or went through to get them at that position. Because a lot of times, obviously Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, we always see the end results. We don't see the person that came in the game and had 0 followers. We see the person that now has 20K, 100K, a million, 1.2 followers, but we don't see in the early stages when that person, maybe they were homeless, maybe they had, maybe they were couch surfing, maybe they had instability, maybe they're working 3 jobs. So it's just like you never see the beginning stages, you just see the end result, and then all of a sudden you assume that you should be in that position. But what and why should you be there if you've done no work, if you haven't gone through any adversity, if you never went through any pain? How could you just be there? How could you just be there if you don't have the skill set? How could you just be there if You didn't pay for the coaching. How could you just be there if you didn't study the algorithm of YouTube or didn't know the science behind creating a channel? How do you expect to just be there? You cannot expect to just be there. You're not going to just be there. Maybe there's 1 or 2 people on here that just get lucky. Get lucky. And even when you do the right things, there's still a bit of luck towards it as well too. You're going to have to have luck on your side as well as you're putting in the work, as you're figuring out the game, as you're creating videos, as you're getting better, as you're developing. So there is some luck to it as well too. But believe me, you're not going to get lucky if you just do nothing. I believe that you could create luck in a way. When you start doing things start happening for you. Get more luckier. The more work you put in, the more skill sets you have, the more time you spend educating yourself. So delayed gratification is a big thing. And it's hard, obviously it's hard, We get emotional and we think off our emotions a lot of the times instead of being more logical, We say excuses like, you only live once. And I get that. And we do only live once, to my knowledge. I couldn't tell you, I'm alive still. So, yeah, we only live once. We want to experience life and we want to have fun. But at the same time, at what cost? Are we taking this trip and now we're in deep debt? Are we taking this trip and we have no savings? Are we taking this trip and, we're not going to own land or own property? What's it doing for us? Instead of being like, I'm not going to take this trip because I want to put this money towards buying a property or getting investments or starting a business or buying an ATM machine or, whatever, buying a car to use that car for business purposes, like a van that you're going to now do cleaning services from, or you buy a truck, which now is going to in turn help you move the lawnmower because you're going to start a landscaping company. So just looking at things a little differently and delaying gratification. And I have to tell myself this as well too. So it's not something that I'm like an expert on by any means. This is something I have to continuously remind myself. Delay gratification. Don't expect things to happen right away. Take your time. Be patient. Things will eventually come for you. You don't like the body that you have today? Well, don't eat the cheesecake today. Just wait. Be patient. Eat the healthy stuff. And eventually your body will transform and it will change. And it'll be like, wow, I really like the way I look at this point. And now at that point, hey, you got the body. One little slice of cheesecake is not going to hurt you. But if you're on your way and you're already 40, 50 pounds overweight, why put the cheesecake in your body, which is going to set you back even more? So just looking at things a little bit differently, all right? So remember, delayed gratification is the key. And I heard a lot of people say delayed gratification is the route to wealth too. I heard that the other day. So I just want to throw that in there. Delayed gratification is the way to wealth. Remember, grab that ebook in the bio. All right, bunch of value in there. Don't miss the opportunity to evolve yourself, grow yourself. Every day is an opportunity to grow. Just grow a little bit more each and every single day, whether that's you're learning a new word, whether that's you're listening to my YouTube channel or you're going to somebody else's YouTube channel and just learning, whether you're reading books or the newspaper, whatever, just strive to learn more and more and more every single day. And remember, when you learn, take that information that you learn and apply it as well too. Application is the key. You can learn, have all the knowledge and know everything and not do anything. So get the knowledge, take the knowledge, and then apply the knowledge, all right? Subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, share the content, and most importantly, make sure you guys are commenting. Marcel, Hyde, Mindset. Peace.